From the very beginning, the DC cinematic universe has been troubled. In all honesty, the DCEU would probably be dead if it wasn't for Wonder Woman. All the stories and characterization have been terrible, and it's always felt like DC was trying to play catch up with Marvel, which is a shame since they've actually been really good in certain areas when it comes to their comic books, animated shows, and movies. DC has even built a better live-action TV universe than Marvel. But here we finally are at the first live-action version of the Justice League.
Alright.
I don't recognize this world.
We don't have to recognize him. We just have to save it.
Justice League is a 2017 film directed by Zack Snyder with extensive reshoots done by Joss Whedon, the director of the first two Avenger films. Going into this movie, I wasn't really all that excited. When I talked to other people about it, no one else seemed excited either. So all my expectations were set pretty low. But all in all, I came away feeling like this movie was nothing more than a corporate apology for the other terrible movies in the franchise. A good apology, but not a great one. The movie tries to make a hard turn when it comes to the tone of the universe, and this movie ends up feeling like a soft reboot for the horrible Batman vs. Superman that came before it. But ultimately, my problem with the film ends up being that it doesn't feel as cohesive as it could be. And that comes from the fact that the interactions between each character are only there to show people who are fans of the characters that they are different. Like, look everybody, come see how good we are making the heroes you love so great.
Hey everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Which honestly at times isn't all bad. There are some charming moments in the film and I found myself smiling at certain points. But let's talk about the characters. Wonder Woman is great, and if you loved her in her other movie, then you'll probably love her even more here. Gal Gadot
Gadot can be better.
Gadot.
More T at the end. Yeah.
Gadot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was steered the wrong way.
Gal Gadot still plays the character great and will probably continue to be the best thing about the future of the DC films. The Flash has done well here, and his quirky style did make me laugh more than once, even though it can be a little silly at times. The character is consistent and makes me interested in how a solo Flash movie might do. Aquaman is played very much like a frat dude, and this honestly probably works for the character more than any other style would, and makes the character more relatable than others to me. I wish you could have seen more of his abilities and seen more of Atlantis, however. Cyborg is interesting from the moment he's on screen and is played well by actor Ray Fisher. I wish he had more of an origin story than none at all, and that's kind of the problem with the new characters in the film. There's really no foundation for any of the things that happen narratively to work. You just have to accept what's been given to you, and it's all so ham-fisted. The most glaring issue is this movie has a Batman problem. The Batman in this universe is not smart, doesn't really benefit the team. In any of the Justice League cartoons or animated movies, your brain never questions why Batman is there. Yet, even this movie brings up the idea that maybe Batman isn't needed. But let's talk about Superman. Superman is the best he's ever been here, and that's probably the thing that made me the most happy to see. His personality is completely different from before, and Superman gets to be happy for once. And I'll be more interested to see movies with this Superman. The final result of this movie is honestly a weird rush ride, with bad CG and no real story, but in the midst of all that is a movie that shows me that DC as a company is truly trying to make movies for people who love their characters. It just ultimately ends up being a harmless, stale team-up movie instead of the bombastic film that it easily could have been. But let me know what you think. Also, make sure to check out my other review of Thor Ragnarok. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe for future content.